Hello and welcome. We are live here on Amazon, and when I say we, I mean me and you, if you're here live. If you've missed the live show, I want to give you a few heads up. The comment section is closed off once the live is over. So if you want to be able to pop in, ask questions, and chit chat while the show is live, you have to be here when it's live. Also, any specials that are mentioned in this show, they are live. While we're live, they can end at any time. In fact, I had one earlier that had actually ended before I got to the show. So we have no control over that. Just wanted to give you those heads up. If you're new here, I'd love to have you click that follow button so you will know when we are going live again. Normally on Thursday nights at 6 p.m. Pacific and 9 p.m. Eastern. Lots of times Gina's here. Tonight she couldn't join us, so it's just me and you. But if you do have questions, family-friendly questions, you can ask them there in the chat while we're live. So I've got a bunch of products I picked out tonight. Some are brand new to me. Some I've had for a while. They're on special. I kind of have a mix tonight because usually Gina and I do 5 products each. And when she had to cancel, I said, I'll find some more stuff to show off. So might as well get started. The first thing I want to show you, I'll highlight down in the carousel for you, is Hen Hot Power Pack. This, I've got 2 of these in the stream tonight. One is further on down. They're 2 different sizes. This is the smaller of the 2, but these are a lifesaver for me. When I go out and I do car shows and I'm gone all day, sometimes I'm a long ways from my car. I do SEMA Media. It's down at the convention center, and I park way away. And once I get there, I can't go and try to charge my phone, my gimbal, all of my other things. I just, even my 360 camera, I can't go back to my car and try to charge them. Can't try to sit and wait for it to charge if I do find a plug. So here we go. I got this. They sent it to me and I have been testing it out. I've been charging everything with it. Works really good. As I said, this is the smaller one. If you're looking for a bigger one, there's one on down in the stream. But when you turn it on, normally there are 4 blue lights here. As you can see, I've only got 3 because I have been using it. So, like I said, I use it for when I do car shows. The power goes out. In fact, I sent a power pack to one of my friends. She lives where they have a lot of thunderstorms. They've been having tornado warnings, power lines down, things like that. So she lives by herself. I got a little worried. If her phone goes dead and they're having a storm, I don't want to have to worry that she can't get out and get that phone charged if the power's off for an extended period of time. So I'm like, this is what you have to have. So I just bought one and sent it to her and said, keep it charged up, and that way if your power goes off, you still can charge that phone. Here we do have power outages, and when we do, I always have power pack charged up. I don't worry about it. Now this can also charge your iPads, some tablets, depending on what you run. I know that it also does the, oh my gosh, my mind is blank. It's a Mac Pro. I'm like, what? What is it? What is it? So these are a must. I recommend every house have one. You take one with you in the car if you're going on a trip because you never know when you might need it. Out camping, I've got all kinds of stuff that this can charge, whether it's my little lanterns, my little pumps, one of the pumps I'm going to show you tonight, all kinds of stuff. So get yourself one of these, because if you don't have a power pack and you're out you're in deep trouble. This one is slim. The other one's a little bigger. This one is slim, and I put these actually in my back pocket while I'm at car shows running around. I put this in my back pocket. I actually have a long, like a 6-foot cord that I use when I do that, so that I don't have to just stop and plug it in between shoots. I can plug it in and it's good to go. Love, love, love my power packs. Thank you all for joining. If you have any questions, they're family friendly, ask them in the chat. Appreciate it if you hit that follow button. Love to have you follow me and check out our other lives. And I put up a lot of product videos. I test them out, do unboxings and things like that. Next up, now let me tell you, this is not something life or death unless you're like me. You like your music. Now this was on special. The specials can end at any time. So if you're watching any time other than right this minute, you may not get it. So watching the replay, if it's gone, I'm sorry, there's nothing I can do about it. But this is the TREBLAB's big speaker. And when I say big, as you can tell, it's pretty good size. I love this. Hooks up to my Bluetooth, so I can go outside, I can go out in the shop, I can take this with me. I've taken this to where we're doing car cruises, and I want to have some music for when people are getting their cars ready and stuff. I will take this, turn on whatever tunes I like, and put this on the hood of my car or truck, so we just have a little bit of music. It does have the handy dandy adjustable strap. I just love it. I tell you what, my neighbors, I don't know if they love it as much as I do though, because this can get pretty loud. I'm pretty good about cranking it up because I like my music loud. So, like I said, on special while we're live, I see it. Go check it out before it's gone. Next up, oh, something fun. Something I love. In fact, I just used it last night. Let me get this over here. This, I know what you're thinking. What kind of jug is that? This is a glass dash popcorn popper for your microwave. Like popcorn, don't want to get out pots and oil and all that stuff, just want to be able to pop it in your microwave. Here it is. Now, other microwave popcorn poppers I always say they're great for if you live in an apartment or a dorm or what have you. This one is a little taller, so I do know if you were to have one of those tiny microwaves, this may not fit in it. So be sure to look at the measurements before you purchase, because you'll want to know if it fits in your microwave. This is a silicone top. You can put your butter in there if you want. And the glass gets hot when you're making your popcorn. So if you've got kids helping you, make sure they don't reach in the microwave and grab it, or right when it's on the counter, because it does get hot. And they say to fill up, there's a little line right here, and they say fill your popcorn up to this line. I suggest you go a little less, because depending on your popcorn, if it pops too big and gets too full, in the center can get kind of packed and it can burn. So you're better off making 2 batches rather than 1 batch and having a bunch of it burned, because you know how it is. Once you burn popcorn, everything tastes like burnt popcorn. Your whole house smells like burnt popcorn, and you don't want that. So wanted to stick this in there and show you, because I got it. I bought it not too long ago and tried it out yesterday. Made me and the doggy some popcorn for movie night. Set that over there so I don't drop it and break it. Now the next item we have to talk about very quietly, because if the girls know, they will be in here, because I grabbed this for them. It was on special, and it's something I use all the time, so I figured I would grab it and bring it out. Let me see, where can I show you, because I don't want to show you my address. There you go. Old Mother Hubbard doggy treats. And we give treats. I mean, most times during the day we don't have a lot of treats for the girls. But at night we were having an issue where I would call for the girls and they didn't want to come in. They wanted to stay out and bark at cats or something. So we have this routine now where they get a little treat each time at night when I call them and they come in like they're supposed to. Then right before bed, they actually know this. I know Stella, my border collie, knows this, that right before bed they get what we call a bedtime treat. And so that is these treats. And as you can see, they're good sized. Here, I'll put it up there so you can see on my hand. They're good sized. And they each get one of these, and then that they know no more going outside, no more anything. We're done for the evening. We're going to bed. So wanted to show this to you. They come in 6-pound boxes, which is great. I took mine out of the box and have it in a big container, so I have them in that to keep them airtight. But they do come in a box in a plastic bag. But the girls love these, and they also, I don't give them these big treats all the time. We usually have small ones, but they know when they get these, might as well cuddle down, you're going to bed. They are on special, so if you're watching live, they are on special. You can get you a 6-pound box. In fact, I probably should be over there ordering more rather than talking about it, because they each get one a night, but we go through them, 2 a night. 6 pounds lasts a while, and then sometimes when we've taken trips, I will take a couple of the big treats in case I need them, or I can break them in half. But they are hard and they're good sized. So there you go. If y'all want to hit that follow button, I greatly appreciate that. Well, hello, Evans. Gina could not come in tonight. She decided to play hooky. She has an event with the school and stuff tomorrow, so she's got to get up at dark 30. And when you're her age, you can't get up if you haven't had your 18 hours of sleep. Without her beauty rest, no kids want to see her. Trust me, they don't want to see her. Yep, she's fine. She's just was going to bed early tonight, and since, of course, being on the East Coast, it's already after 9 there. So for me, it's it's only 6:12. That's not late. Then again, Gina's old and can't hang. That's what I gotta say about that. Next up, I have another item on special. The chair I'm sitting in. I've got it highlighted. No, I'm not gonna hold it up so you can see it. I had the same chair for, I don't know, 5, 6, 10 years. I don't know how long I had it. A very long time. And I loved it. But the cushion was flat. It broke and it would tilt like this. I had all kinds of issues, so I had to go and find me a new chair. Now, this is not something I take lightly because I sit in here all the time, and so I need a good, comfortable chair. And I went and got this chair, and let me tell you, it is probably one of the more comfortable chairs, because I don't like the ones that have the high back, because I want to be able to move my head back if I want. This one is on rollers. It rotates, of course. You never know when I'm going to need to exercise. And it leans back. In some chairs, when they say they tilt back, they go, and that's it. And that drives me insane. I am one of those, sometimes I like to just kick all the way back and put my feet up on the desk and take my break or think or whatever I need to do. And this one lets me rock it back a good ways. I'm one of those. When I was a kid, I used to tilt my chair in class all the time. I don't know how many times I got in trouble for that. Now I don't have to tilt my chair. I can just, lean it back and rock. And this is how I should spend my day, but I have stuff to do, like telling you about more great products. All right, so if you are watching the replay, I'm recording this on June 6th, 2024, and if the specials are not there when you click over, sorry, I have no control of that. I can only tell you, be here when we're live and you can catch some of those specials we talk about. So next up is something that I did a demo on here a while back. We did a demo on the live. We were having fun, had some extra time, and did that. This is my apple peeler. I love apples. My dogs love apples. And in fact, my border collie's sitting there right now. She sees it. She's like, Mom, you're not in the right place. Where's my apple tree? But I do love the peeler. Easy to work. You're going to suction cup this onto your counter. You want to make sure your counter's clean and wipe off the bottom of this to make sure. You're going to suction cup it on, and then you're going to move this, if I can do it with holding it, move this little piece. Oh, it's harder when you're holding it. And pull this back. You're going to stick your apple right on there. This also, you can tilt it and hold it back so that you can put your apple on. This is going to simply, you're just going to turn, yeah, she's getting excited. She's thinking, Mom, that's great, but you have no apple on there. I know, honey, I'm not doing apple right now. No, we'll do apple later, okay? Mama's just showing it. And as you do this, this is going to peel. Now, this is sharp, so if you've got kids helping you, keep in mind this is sharp and you don't want them touching it. These are very pointy. This is a little bit sharp, so just to be careful. But you're going to crank it through. This is going to cut the peel off, which it keeps it super thin, so you're not wasting a bunch of apple on there. It's going to take out the core, and it's going to slice it in spirals. I absolutely love this thing. It makes having a peeled cored, a sliced apple super easy. So I can peel and slice one for myself and then one for the girls to share. And she is still over here. She is all excited because she thinks I am going to do apple right now. I got to put this where she's not going to be able to get to. No, baby. I'm going to set it up here, okay? We'll do apple later. She is determined that we are going to have apple now. Not happening. Go on. You're fine. I'm not having nothing without you. Yeah. And now the German Shepherd's down here too, because she's figured out what we were talking about. And she thinks she's missing out. All right. Let's see what we have up next. Next is also on special. If you're watching live, you might be able to catch this. This is a insulated bag by Built. And yes, it spreads out nice and wide. And it looks kind of cool. There you go. Let me flatten that out for you. But it's a heavy, like a foam and neoprene. That's what it feels like to me. I'm not exactly sure what it is. But it looks cool. Take your lunch, your snacks, whatever you need, and have a little bit of fashion with it. They've got them in all different... excuse me, I just saw you take something. They've got these in all different sizes and colors, so you'll want to check that out. They are on special. Stella, what did you put in your mouth? She stole something. Sorry, That's how live TV is. We're not even on TV, we're on Amazon, but it's live. So there you go. Check these out. Get them on special for maybe even the older girls that want to take their lunch to work or school and they don't want just a lunchbox looking thing. These are a nice alternative. All right. I still don't know where she went and what she has. Get that from her. Apparently, I have to grab what she's got in her mouth. I knew she grabbed something out of my bag and I didn't know what it was. Sorry about that. But here we go. Stella is a pin thief and I didn't want her chewing that up, and yeah, it happens. All right. The built bags. We did the built bags. And if you're just tuning in, be sure to click that follow button. I greatly appreciate it. We have had a very warm day here in the Las Vegas Valley. We hit, on my back porch, it said 114 degrees. Yeah, so I'm staying inside until like October. I'm not going out there ever, ever, ever again. I had to walk outside to get a package today, and I'm like, I got to put on shoes because I can't walk on that sidewalk. You know, it when it's in the sun, I will burn my feet. I yell at the girls, hurry up, move off the sidewalk and get in the yard. Evan says, yuck, I would move. Well, I've been looking at moving. I have. The only thing I can say is when I look at moving, I've looked at Tennessee, Kentucky, South Carolina, Texas, the humidity. I don't know how well I can do with that humidity because I am no longer used to it. I've lived in Florida, Washington, what have you, but I am not used to humidity now, and I might melt. I mean, here you melt, but you actually melt. There you just feel like you're slimy melting. Michigan is good. Oh, no, I'm not going to Michigan. Y'all get cold up there in the winter, and I don't do cold. That's why I'm still looking. I'm staying south. I gotta stay south because I can't do the real cold and the real, Montana is beautiful in the summer, but I couldn't do the winter, which is 9 months out of the year, according to me. Yeah. Yep. Snow? Don't do snow. That's a bad, bad word. Not going to have any of that in my life. Or if I do, it's going to be very little. Shoveling snow is not on my agenda. I'm leaving that for the rest of y'all. Y'all can shovel snow. I don't. Unless I could train the dogs or get a snow blower, but then I'd need a heated something to go out and use all that. Sure beats 114. Yeah, 114 ain't good. This early in the year, we broke records of how hot it was this early in the year, which I don't know if that's good or bad. I don't know if that means we're getting it over with and then it'll get better, or if it means this is the start and it's just going to continue. And I don't trust the weather people. They lie to me all the time. They tell me it's going to be, a certain temperature, and it's not. So I don't trust those people. I think they just spin a wheel and tell us what they want us to hear. All right. This next item is on special while we are live. Here are your 4 beaters, and this is your mixer. This mixer has what I call a turbo. They don't call it a turbo, but I do. Now, what I like about this is, A, the design is just cool. I love this design. It's got a nice round bottom, and I love, love, love the stand that it holds the beaters right there, because I am one, I will lose them beaters. I will either lose them or they get put in a drawer and get bumped and banged and smashed, and then they don't work right. So they sent me this. Oh, I've had this mixer, I don't know how long now, but it's my favorite mixer, and I've had some nice high brand name mixers, and this is still my favorite. I don't know, I like it. Maybe it's me, because other mixers, the shape of them might bother me, whereas this is nice and round and calming. I don't even know if that makes sense about a mixer, but that's the only thing I can think of. While we are live, I see that it is, now I'm going to double check over here to make sure, because sometimes things show on special and I can't get them to come back up that way. Yes, you can save money on this right now while we're live. Does it plug in? Yes, it does. And the cord is actually, you know how some mixers have tiny, tiny cords? This one has a long cord. So I like that too, because I've had some mixers and their cords are so short. It's like, I gotta work right by the wall. So there you go. Like I said, I don't know why I like it better than the other ones. I just do. I do think because of the stand and how it's shaped, and it has a turbo. Everything needs a turbo. Maybe that's just me. I don't know. Look at this, 626, and we are over halfway through the products. The attachments, sure you can. Hang on, let me grab this piece. Now, here is the base that it sits in. Let me pull these out. This is the base, and yes, you can put the beaters right in here, and then it sits there with a little place for the cord to come out. And I'm gonna sneeze. And then it comes with 2 sets of beaters. Let me get these. Your regular beaters like this that your mom always lets you lick, hopefully after she turned the mixer off. And then you have your hooks here. So these are what come with it. I never use these. I just don't use them. I don't cook a lot because I'm not a good cook. That could be part of it too. I'm just not a good cook. But at least I know it. Evan says, okay, thanks, getting one. Let me tell you, if you like it as much as I do, you're in business then. Because I've got brand name ones that are like our mothers used to use. And I don't know, I can't keep the beaters with the mixers on most of those. And so, yes, the beaters end up in a drawer, and you shut that drawer, or somebody shuts the drawer and catches it just right and bends one of these, then they don't mix right ever again. I know, that's me. Been there, done that. More than once. I just have to say I am not careful with my mixers. So this one's nice. Now I can just set, if it's on the counter and I'm not using it, I can just throw a towel over it, and it's all together when I get ready to use it next time. Boom. I'm not looking for stuff. Next up is something, I wasn't going to put it on because I thought this is more for school, but if y'all are taking vacations this summer, going on trips, and you need a smaller bag, here you go. They come in different colors, a couple different sizes. I pulled out my pink one today because I thought, you know what, let's add a little color. Gina's not here, we need to add a pink because she always brings something pink. But This has the zipper pocket here, then another pocket right here, and then the big open piece. You can also put your water jugs or what have you on the side. Now, oh, if it's dirty, ignore it. There is the bottom, so it does roll, and it has the legs so it can stand up when you stop. You don't have to worry about it rolling. It will stop. Now, why does it do that? Check this out. There you go. It's got the extendable handle so you can pull it. But wait, there's more. You knew that was coming, didn't you? Now, it does have this pouch here so that you can stack one on top of the other through the handles. Now, just in case you don't want to roll this, you can carry it by this little booger, or let me pull these out. Look at this. You can carry it as a backpack. So if you put this down, I can't do it while I'm standing. I've got it on my lap. You can carry it as a backpack, and they are adjustable. These are padded. So it's very versatile. And like I said, I always think of it for school, but I, of course, am not going to school to use it. But if you are traveling and want something that you're going to be able to recognize as yours. When I flew, I flew cross country last year, and I got there, and I thought I was just going for a quick trip, so I took just a black duffel bag. Let me tell you, everybody has a black duffel bag. I didn't mark mine in any way, so I'm standing there. I didn't know which bag was mine. I had to wait till everybody got their bags because I just didn't know if it was mine, and I wasn't going to grab somebody else's stuff. So this one I would definitely recognize if I put it, if it had to go in with luggage. But I'm pretty sure this will fit in your overhead baggage compartment. Measure it and double check, depending on what size you get too. But also great for the kids to take to grandma's. Take them everywhere. That one's kind of dirty, so yours won't be dirty when you get it. It'll be nice and clean, and then you get to use it and throw it around and get it dirty. But they are on special. I do believe. Oh, I think I skipped something in there. Yes, they are on special while we are live. So if you're watching the replay, it may or may not be on special still. And I think I skipped. I did. I got to chit-chatting and skipped my next item. Now, I know there's a lot of weddings coming up, a lot of things like that, and you might be looking for a gift, because that's what I picture this for, is more of a wedding gift. But I saw that they were on special, so I'm like, you know what, I'm going to grab them and throw them in the stream tonight. These are by Harriet, and yes, they are steak knives. This is a very, and why I say a wedding gift is because A, a lot of times you get things like this. B, it's a very nice packaging. Look at this. I keep them in here so that I can show them to you and they don't look all crazy. But very nice packaging, so you could send it as a gift. If, you know, if you're taking a gift, it'd be easy to wrap. If you aren't able to attend maybe the bridal shower and you want to ship something to them, you can order it from Amazon and have it delivered to either another relative there that is going, or straight to the person you want to give it to. Now, they all come with the protective little thing, but look at these. Look how pretty. They feel nice in your hand. They feel expensive. That's one of the things I liked, is they don't feel, I've had a bunch of knives, and some of them are so cheap. It's crazy. But they say Harriet on them. It is one piece, so it's not going to start breaking apart. This is not plastic, so you don't have to worry. I've had some that are plastic when that's what I had available. This is not. So these are super duper nice knives. And when I saw them on special, I was like, oh, I can grab those because, yeah, as people are getting married, buying new homes, whatever, and you want a gift, or maybe you just want them for yourself because you want to have nice knives when you have company over. So when the mother-in-law and the sister-in-law and all them people come over and you're going to have them over for dinner and they look at, you know how they are. They scrutinize everything. So now you can have nice knives and they can be like, oh snap, those are kind of nice. Where'd you get those? Yeah. I'm all about saving money while looking expensive. That's the way life should be. We don't have to spend tons of money. We just got to make everybody else think we did. Evans, I hope you are had a good week. We're getting to the end of the week here. Yeah, this week seems to have gone. Actually, May went so quick, and now it's June. I can't believe it. It is crazy how fast May went. I was like, it started and it ended, and now we're in June, and I'm like, it can't be June yet. I'm still in like March and April. This year's going way too fast. I say that every year, and I think it's as I get older, I think years go faster. Maybe it's just me. All right. Oh, at the very beginning, I showed you one of my power packs by Hot. That's what I'm going to say it is. Right here it is. Da, 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 da. Now, this is the bigger of the two. This one, if you're going to be charging your MacBook Pro, your tablets, you're going to be gone for a couple of days, and you're going to need to keep your phone charged, your gimbal, your cameras, your whatever. This might be a better option because it is bigger. Now, this one won't fit in my back pocket as easy, but it also will charge a lot more. Once you get this charged up, there again, it's got the, where's my button? Oh, I'm on the wrong side. It's got the button, and there you go. You know how much charge, if you need to charge this back up. And then it comes with the little cord, and here you go. You can plug in right there. Charge whatever it is you need to charge. I'll show you it side by side. One is 20,000, one is 30,000. So there is a difference in how much you can charge with them. But the size difference, as far as the thickness, I don't really think there's too much difference in that. But the width is where the difference is this way. And then, of course, how many items you can charge with each of them. When I sent one to my friend, as I mentioned earlier, I don't know how people have lived without these. You can charge so many things, and so many times you're either gone for the weekend or don't want to mess with finding a power outlet, plugging in strange places, whether it's the airport, the hotel, you're at a conference, you're out camping, and there is nowhere other than maybe the bathroom. Nobody wants to sit in the bathroom and charge their devices. Maybe you could charge them in the car, but if you got more than one person, that doesn't always work because it seems like everybody wants to charge them at once. So here you go. I've got 2 different sizes. Find the one that's right for you. I'm so excited about these because, yeah, being out all day at the car show, when I go do SEMA, SEMA is a week-long event. I take these, and everything I have that needs charged, I charge on the go with my power packs. I think they are amazing. And speaking about on the go, we have the other luggage, the backpack roller. And now I'm going to show you, this is my personal bag. I take this everywhere. See this? Uh-huh. Now, I'm not going to open it up because it's got my stuff in it. When I say I take it everywhere, I'm not joking. This is my carry bag. I got it because it was smaller, and I've got a bigger backpack type purse that I used for years, and sometimes I just need something smaller so I don't have to carry everything. And this is what I chose. You can adjust which way the strap goes. You can put it on either side. It is on special. Here is a nice little side pocket that is on the strap, and I like this to hold. Right now, I think it has business cards, a couple $1 bills, things like that. But at different times, I put pins in here, what have you, so they're separated. Maybe my ID so that I know right where it's at. And then out here you have this zipper pocket right here that opens up, and you have the little this is for your earbuds to come out if you've got corded earbuds. Here's what I do. Those are for poopy bags. When we were traveling with the dogs, I put in my poopy bags and pulled them out through there. That is not what it's designed for. That's what I used it for. And then you have this pocket this snaps. I really do love this little bag. Opens up, snaps, and you can tighten it so that you're not gonna, it's not just flopping open for somebody to get into. And when you tighten that up, it can also protect your zippers for the main portion. Inside there are also some smaller pockets. But to me, having that zipped up like this, somebody's gonna have a lot more trouble getting into the main part. They might be able to put their hand in here, but I don't keep anything important. I mean, they're gonna get maybe an ink pen. Well, there's a poopy bag in there. Not much out there. And then I've got here on the sides. Now, where's my thingy? I'll show you how I do this. My power pack. When I'm out, my power pack goes in here, and I have a long, over 6 foot cord that attaches to it. But that's why I like the side pockets. I put my power pack right in there when I'm out at car shows. Other times I put it inside if I'm out and there's a bunch of crowd. I don't want somebody to walk by and steal it. But when I'm at car shows and not worried about that, that is where my power pack goes. So wanted to show this to you because it was on special. I was gonna do it the other night, and the special ended before I got to do it. So there you go. Now you know. This is mine, and they do come in different colors, but I like that I can adjust it right here if I want to change sides easily, because sometimes I never know quite what I'm doing. Who would have guessed? So happy y'all are here on a Thursday evening. Hope your summer is getting off to a great start. I know it's not summer officially yet, but it was 114 degrees here today, so I am calling it officially summer. It's warm. And we are here every Thursday night. Some weeks I'm with Gina. Some weeks she's got other things going on and can't make it. So 6 p.m. Pacific time, you'll normally see me here on a Thursday night. Once in a while I do other shows when I see a bunch of stuff going on special that I can pop on and show you. I like doing that so that you don't miss them. A lot of times I'm watching for stuff, and it doesn't go on special. And then I see somebody later had it on live, and they were like, oh, it's on special. I'm like, oh, I missed it. But if you click that follow button, That'd be awesome. You can also click for notifications. Alan is in the house. Hello, Alan. Gina is not with me tonight. I know you're going to ask, where is she? She is out being old. She's old, and she had to go to bed early because she's got a big day tomorrow. They've got a school event going on, and she's like, oh, I got to get up early. And I'm like, I know, you're old. You need your beauty rest. Just go night-night, and we'll see you next week. Oh, I'm not getting old. It's Gina that's old. I swear. She got to have her dinner, on time. She's got to get to bed. I'm like, psh. That's for old people, not me. I don't sleep. A lot of times I'm like, oh, who needs that? Then again, I can take a nap during the day if I need to. I have no qualms about naps. If you all have a break and have a way to do it, and you want to take a nap during the day, lay down, kick your feet up for 20 minutes, half an hour, I suggest you do it, because it will change your day. There are days where I'm like, oh, it is not going good. I shouldn't have started this day. So I lay down, put my feet up, lay there for a little bit, let it clear my head, and then I can get up and go again. See, Alan takes naps. Yes. When I was a kid and my mother used to lay on the floor and she'd put her knees up and she'd be like, for the next 20 minutes, do not bother me. Do not make a noise. If you do, it better be because the house is on fire. If the house ain't on fire and nobody is bleeding buckets, do not bother me. And all us kids would be like, nobody said a word. Nobody, we all went to our rooms or whatever. Yeah, because she was going to lay down, and we're looking back, we probably ought to be thankful, because she might have been really grumpy if she hadn't. Yeah, just not during work. Yeah, that work stuff can get in the way. He said, Alan says, you're supposed to tell the kids to play hide and seek and then just not look for them for 20 minutes. No kidding. Exactly. My mother, if she'd have said we're playing hide and seek, we'd have went, oh, Mom's having a mental breakdown. What is wrong? She wouldn't have done that. Me, I could have told my kids that. And they would have went and just been gone for however long and not thought anything of it. Because my idea of hide and seek was, you go hide, I'm trying to do something. I'll be there in a little while. I know, may not be nice, but that's how it is. Us parents sometimes just have to be creative on how we get our little mental break. Oh, good grief. Next item I have up, I am not bringing in for you all to see. Not going to do it. But I am going to tell you about it. This is the BANGSON refrigerator, and it is a small refrigerator. It's not a full-size refrigerator. It's smaller. When I was taking care of my brother's estate, we were selling everything, even the refrigerator. So they had contacted me to see if I wanted to try out the refrigerator, and I said, oh, that'd be perfect because it's smaller. And it has the freezer, it has the little vegetable compartment, it has the slots for the soda, the little door for the butter. It has everything that my big refrigerator did on it. It took up so much less room. And so when I got ready to haul stuff back, I could bring that back. But I didn't have to live out of a cooler for weeks. So it is actually on special. And so I don't think I've ever had this on a live. I don't remember. But I did want to include it when I saw it was on special. If you've got a she shed, I'm Cheryl. I have a she shed Although, well, yeah, Stella and Raven, we're all girls. It's a she shed. If you've got a man cave, your kids have a like a game room down in the basement, what have you. This is a nice little refrigerator because it's big enough that you could actually use it for lots of things, but it's not a full size one that looks crazy. So I figure if you go and if you're out in the shop or in the garage or anything like that, and you're sneaking inside, and all you want to do is get a snack. The kids and the dogs are going to hear you. It does not matter how quiet you are, they are going to hear you. Then you have to start messing with all of that. Just keep the refrigerator out in your garage or your shop or your she shed, and that way you don't have to come in. You can just take snacks out, keep them out there for you, and you don't have to come in. Nobody will ever know you're having snacks. You can sit out there and have all the snacks you want and they won't hear it. I should know, because honestly, my dogs can hear. If I was to bite a marshmallow, I'm pretty sure they would hear me in the middle of the night and be in here wanting one, because that's how they are. Holy smokes. Look at this. Without Gina, we've went through twice as many products in half the amount of time. We are doing good. Now, this next item I just got today. I went out today, had to walk on the hot sidewalk because the Amazon man or woman, person, I don't know who it was, but Amazon came and left a package. And I was like, oh, I better go out and get it, but I didn't want to walk on the sidewalk, but I did. Let me hit this. Oh. And before we cover this last product, I'm going to let you know, if I've mentioned specials tonight, that's why we're live. If you watch the replay, may or may not still be on a special. So be sure to follow and come to the lives while we're live so you can see the specials. Now, these are your vacuum bags. And what I got today, it'll be hard to show you everything, but I'll give you a sneak peek. They have 10 bags in 5 different sizes. They don't come with the towel in them. I just put the towel in there. And then all the way down to smaller ones like this. I figured it might be easier to show you a smaller package. They do have a double seal. Do you see that 2 lines right there? This is your little zipper piece right there. Now, I'm going to open this up. And I want to show you this because I saw in the comments people complaining that these little zipper pieces can fall off. Well, yeah, they can come off. You're right. But they're not really hard to get on. They're harder to get on while I'm live and got the camera going. But you can just slide them on like that. And then, boom, push on it. And it's going to seal both lines at once. So, that's that. Like I said, 10 bags, 5 different sizes, 2 of each. And I'm going to put those back there so I can show you this. Here is the pump. Now, if you're traveling this summer and you want to make sure that you can fit more stuff in, or you want to put your toiletries in a vacuum bag, you can do that. Save you some room. Also, keep them out of the weather, what have you. Now, this is the vacuum pump. Look at this. That's how big it is. It is little, but it does the job. Don't let the size fool you. You know how that goes. It's got the on-off there, and you plug it in to charge it right there. So it's rechargeable. I don't need to sit next to a outlet. I can be camping. I can be wherever I want and use this. That easy. Now, it does, I want to point this out to you. This little piece here does come off, so you want to make sure that it is on there. Ta-da! Now I'm going to open up this. I've got the towel opened up. Let me seal this so that we can try this out. It works really good. You know, sometimes I look at these things and I'm like, they're so small. How can that work? Well, it does. I just am amazed because it used to be when you used vacuum bags, you had to use an actual vacuum to suck the air out. Well, nobody wants to do that. Nobody wants to take that with them on their trip. You could pack this away in your luggage and kaboom. Then you can vacuum pack your stuff when you get ready to come home. But right here is the little cap. You're going to be so surprised. Evans loves vacuum bags. You know what, Evans? You're going to find this crazy. I've never had vacuum bags. And the reason why is because I don't want to have to mess with finding something that fits and attaching and vacuuming them out. I just haven't wanted to do that. I've got tons of stuff that needs vacuum bagged. I could do my whole house. That's what I'm thinking. The entire house. Even things like the dog treats and stuff like that I'm not going to use right away. I could put them in some of these. My clothes that I'm not wearing right now, all my winter stuff has been gone for a couple, packed away a couple months. Extra sheets, pillowcases, things like that. And get ready to move somewhere cooler. And this could save me a lot. Now I'm just going to attach this. Watch. I'll hold it so you can see it. Look at that. It mushed it. It sucked all the air out. I just want to see how long it'll go. I didn't probably need to do it that long, but I did. And take my cap, screw my cap back on, and I can actually maneuver my bags so that it's flattened out. Kind of hard to do when I'm holding them up, but now my big old floofy towel is taken down. And yes, if I had this laying down, it would have worked better. But wanted to show this to you because I think it is super handy. I love this thing. I don't know why. Maybe they've been this small for a long time and I just didn't know it. I was kind of surprised. And being rechargeable. I love that. Anything that I can is rechargeable. I like because I can use my power packs. In fact, that's one of the things I did was use my power packs to charge this up when I got it today because I was doing other stuff and I didn't want to forget it, so I just hooked my power pack up. So yes, I know if I'm out and about, I can just charge it with my power pack. And then put my little vacuum. There you go. I think it's kind of neat, and it's on special, so wanted to pull that up. Like I said, I got that just a couple of hours ago. It came, and I was like, I'll see about throwing that in the show. But we are at 6:58. This is perfectly timed. I did an hour, and look how much we all got covered. Hopefully you found some cool items. Like I said, I had to change a plan, so I just started grabbing some stuff that was on special and stuff that's new to me. But every Thursday night at 6 p.m. Pacific, you can find me here. You can also usually find Gina here with me. She has a ton of different products because she's got kids, baseball, things like that, whereas I have the dogs and stuff for us old people. Because, well, I'm older than Gina, but she just acts old. And since she's not here, we can say that. I'll know if she watches this later and how much she watched, because she'll be like, what you doing calling me old? If the shoe fits, wear it, honey. But Glad to have you here. Hopefully, I will see you again next week. You can pop over to my Amazon/shop/off the jacks and check out a bunch of product reviews and videos and see what else is available that you might be looking for. In fact, you may not even know you need them till you see it. Evans, you have a great weekend too, and hopefully Gina will be back next weekend or next week. If she's not, we're going to start sending out the cavalry. So have a good one. Stay warm. Don't stay too hot. Drink plenty of fluids. Get in the shade. Summer's coming and we don't want you cooked and shriveled into a little raisin. Thanks, Alan. You have a good weekend too. Hopefully we will see you again next week.